We are back to do another Q&A for Platinum Skincare. And so let's just get started. I think it'll be fairly quick today. We don't have a ton of questions like we did last time.
All right.
All right.
First question comes from Alissa. She is from Pennsylvania, does not say her Fitzpatrick, but she says, hello, I am trying out the Nira laser for wrinkles around my eyes. I know I can't do a peel if I'm doing the laser, but I really want to do another round of TCA and Dream Peel on my lower face, where I have terrible texture and literally cracks in my face. People like to say they are smile lines, but they are cracks for sure. Is it a bad idea to do that only on my lower face? And would the TCA 7, 3 to 5 layers, because the 7 is all I have. So she's saying it's the 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had to do a little searching, and that Nira laser is something that it's not a strong laser that you're doing like once in a while. It's something that you can do 1 to 2 times per day.
Oh.
So I consider that to be really mild. You know, you can do that every single day. So I don't even consider that something, you know, that's going to stop or have to wait like weeks or anything like that before doing a peel. So either A, you can just stop doing your laser and then do your whole face if you like, right? Or if you want to continue working on your eyes every day with a laser, go ahead and then, just do the other part of your face. That's fine. That's just, you know, a spot treatment. Absolutely. And will the TCA 7, like, will that cause flaking? Absolutely it will.
Yeah, especially 3 to 5 layers.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. No problems there. So you might as well just go for it.
All right. Perfect. Next one is from Dalhia Jackson in Atlanta, Georgia. Fitzpatrick of 5. I only have Neutrogena cleanser with 2% salicylic acid in it. Can I use that for my cleanser before my 22 Mandelic treatment?
Yes.
Or, yes, you can. Or can I use a regular cleanser?
Yes.
I do have sensitive skin, and I'm only treating texture and a few fine lines.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what cleanser you use. We don't want you to use something like a glycerin bar soap or really moisturizing, because those are all going to leave
like a residue.
Film or hydration of some sort on your face. So we want like a nice deep cleanser. That having the 2% salicylic, that should be a pretty good cleanser. Of course, any of our cleansers are perfect. You know, that's why we have them. Revitalizing, AB, these are the 2 most common cleansers to use. You know, we want your face clean. And then after you're done that, after you're done applying that, you're going to go ahead and strip the skin anyways with either our Prep A, Prep B,
alcohol,
90% alcohol, whatever you have. So you'll be squeaky clean.
All right. Janani has dry skin from Detroit. She doesn't say her Fitzpatrick. She goes, I get suntan pretty easily. Is it safe to go for peel frequently? Is that it? Yep.
Right, yeah. So some of that, who knows if that got cut off? Because, all right, so if we don't know the Fitzpatrick type, we don't know what acid. But I was thinking, well, you know, if you tan pretty easily, you probably have either an olive skin tone or possibly, you know, something darker.
Right.
And you're going to want to pre-treat with something like Fade Bright for, you know, 3 to 4 weeks if you're going to do a TCA or a Jesner peel. If you're doing one of the milder peels, like glycolic or lactic, Mandelic, you generally don't have to pre-treat for those. You can still, because, you know, there's always the possibility of getting PIH.
Sure.
Even if it's a mild peel, there is the possibility. So, you know, if you find yourself marking up pretty badly, then you might want to pre-treat no matter what you're doing.
All right. Cheryl from Wisconsin, Fitzpatrick 3. I have numerous skin tags and moles, benign, on my neck crease, between my neck and shoulders. Would Fade Bright help or a peel? I've been using Supercap 2X, and maybe the moles look more pronounced, but not sure. Would that be normal? Some skin tags do seem to be drying off.
Well, I don't think Fade Bright is necessarily anything that's going to help a skin tag or a mole.
Right.
But if you are going to do a stronger peel, you know, depending on, you know, your Fitzpatrick 3, so you're right on the line there, you might want to pre-treat, you know, every day for a few weeks at least, 3 to 4 weeks with the Fade Bright before you do a stronger peel. Because I was going to recommend like the TCA 30.
Yes.
You know, if you're trying to get rid of skin tags and moles and things. And you can just use a little Q-tip to apply that, or like, you know, even one of our wood picks. I don't know, that would not be a lot of solution. I think a Q-tip might be easier.
Yeah.
Just get that on there. You can protect the surrounding skin if you want with some Vaseline or Aquaphor, and then just, go ahead and saturate that area.
Right.
Because you're not trying to keep it on there, so we don't have to be like super nice. You could do a couple, 2-3 layers of TCA 30 if you're trying to get rid of this.
Focus on the base, of course.
Yep, yeah, base, the base and the top. You
Sure.
can cover all that.
It'll all dry up, yeah.
It'll all come off. I mean, that's how they get rid of things in, when they're doing the feet. Don't they use salicylic for that, though? What is that one? What are we trying to get rid of?
Warts?
Warts. I was
Strong
going to say,
TCA.
that usually,
Or a strong
I've seen the
salicylic,
salicylic is
both.
what that one is.
Yep.
But yeah, I would say TCA 30 instead.
Okay. Jess has Fitzpatrick One Skin from Pennsylvania. I'm a newbie at TCA peels, starting with 13. Does the solution drip at all? I'm worried about my eyes. Also, what should I apply it with? And what do I put on to help it heal?
It should not drip. Well, obviously, that's just how you're applying it. So you're going to take your gauze pad, and you're going to get all your solution on there because we want it wet, but we don't want it dripping. So
Right.
this is where your preparation before you put it on your face. So you get your gauze wet. I like to fold it in half, and you can either shake it really good or just touch it with your fingertips. Don't wring it out.
Right.
That won't be enough. But
Right. You want to keep some solution on there.
you definitely want it to be wet, after you've applied it to your face. Ooh, we got some thunder.
Storming here in Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
It is really storming.
We're on the
Holy
top floor
moly.
here, so we're close.
Yeah, well, if you hear any boom booms, that's what that is. No big deal, unless the power goes out.
Jeez, I hope
But
not.
I hope not. That would be terrible. Another reason here. No, were there any other questions?
What
eyes.
did she put on afterward? And yeah, about the eyes.
Oh, and if you're doing your eyes, well, watch our eye peel video because we are using the same gauze, but we're definitely making that a little bit drier application for safety's sake. Because, we don't want it to drip into your eye area. Start with about 3 layers of the 7. So if you have the 13, I would cut that in half, actually, if you want to use that on your eyes.
Yeah.
For
And
at least
healing
your first time.
afterward?
Healing, yeah. What do we have? Our
Emu
emu oil. I know we have all that here. Emu oil and our essential healing blend, either or both. I like to mix them both together, but yeah, these two would be great.
All right. So Jeanette is from Missouri, and she says, I have done 4 peels, TCA 13, and I have worked my way up to 4 layers. I get lots of peeling and flaking on my forehead, but minimal to no flaking on the rest of my face. Should I re-wet my gauze?
Possibly, if you're getting it on the top, you could be doing a wetter application up there.
Oh, she starts at the top. Yeah.
And working
that
your way
makes
down,
sense.
it might be too dry. So absolutely, re-wet it if it's feeling, like it dried out, or try to keep it a little bit more moist.
Right. She
You know,
says,
don't
or is
try
the
to
rest
get
of
too
my
much
face
off.
going to be different than my forehead?
Well, there's always that potential too.
Yeah.
Every area of your face could peel a little bit differently. But I would say it does sound like possibly it's just a little bit wetter on the forehead
Yeah.
and then it's drying out as you're going down. So yeah, absolutely. Get some more solution on there.
I agree. All right. Sarah Fitzpatrick 3. She says wrinkle control. And that is it.
Oh, right. Well, what do we want to do to minimize wrinkles? I would say Fusion A, of course. You want your retinoids every day, work up
Yes.
to every day. And then I would say, the very best peels for that are things like TCA, can stimulate collagen and elastin and glycosaminoglycans, which are your skin's natural moisturizing factors. So this is number 1,
Yes.
the anti-aging peel here. This is the one you want to use. What
I
else?
say vitamin C in the morning,
stimulates
retinol at
collagen.
night.
Yep,
mixed with
vitamin
some
C is
peels.
good. Copper, copper's also really anti-aging. I don't have, oh yeah, I do. We have the 7%
There you go.
GHK here. That's another good one. The GHKs are really good and gentle for anti-aging. So yeah, that's
All right.
perfect. And SPF, don't forget that.
Yes. Okay, Laura is from Florida, Fitzpatrick of 3. She says, hello, beautiful ladies.
Hey.
Thanks for these Facebook Lives. They are so helpful, and I learned so very much. I'm 38 years old, Fitzpatrick 3, light olive with lots of scarring. I'm building my regimen with only your products and have a few questions. Number 1, I normally double cleanse with balm to remove waterproof eye makeup. Will that stop AB cleanser, or will it be fine in the double cleansing routine?
You can use that.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
want it I don't want the balm to affect the properties of the AB.
No, it won't. If
Yeah.
anything, it'll cut through it. Like, I like to take off my eye makeup, and I still do every day, have for years. I use emo oil.
I love it.
I put a little bit on there, rub it, and just, it gets, even waterproof mascara, it will get that off if you let it sit for 30 seconds or so. And then I go over my face with the AB cleanser. I don't go over my eyes after
Right.
I've done that, see? Because you're kind of leaving that there for moisture factor.
Got it.
I take it off, but I
Yeah.
don't go over it with AB cleanser. I think anything that you do have on that surrounding skin, it's going to cut right through it. I wouldn't worry about that.
All right, she says, can body wash be used on the face?
Right, so this is 15% acid, and obviously in a big gigantic bottle because it's meant for your body, but could you use it on your face? You could. I mean, it doesn't have any specific ingredients, to help with acne. Say like that AB, that's got salicylic and specific things. What is that? What is in there? Tea tree oil. That's meant for acne. This
Right.
obviously isn't going to have that. So this is glycolic and lactic. But, if you have normal skin and you're not finding it to be too drying, you could. I've heard of people doing that.
All right, how long will a bottle of Regenerate last if using 2 pumps morning and night, a total of 4 per day, face, neck, and chest? I love it,
Oh.
and I never want to run out.
No, I know. I use it every day too. I love it. And so I had to recalculate this. So you can get about 140 pumps from the 1 ounce bottles. So, if you're doing 4 pumps, you're going to get like a month
Yeah.
out of this. You're going to get 30 days out of this. So, just keep that in mind. And it's going to pump to the very, very, very end. I mean, I literally, it was a smidge over 140, but, they're kind of like half spurts.
At the end.
So I stopped counting at 140. But, yeah, a month for sure.
Are chemical sunscreens okay after doing peels, or do you recommend physical?
Personally, I definitely prefer a mineral sunscreen, something with titanium dioxide or zinc, because what they do, you put it on as your very last layer, and it forms basically a protective barrier on your skin. It just reflects the sun's rays away from you. So, it's very safe. The chemical sunscreens tend to sink into your skin, so now you're bringing that heat from the sun. And I've actually seen a couple of things where they're talking about if you have melasma and things like that, chemical sunscreens are not the best because the chemicals that are soaking into your pores actually are bringing the heat from the sun, and heat can also cause
Yeah.
discoloration. So always
Interesting.
always a mineral sunscreen. A tinted one too.
Okay, she says also, what would you suggest for my fiance's sebaceous filaments on his nose? He's 31, Fitzpatrick 2, doesn't tan, and has normal skin with an oily T-zone. An observation, due to concentrations of your products, they are higher than even waterless brands.
Perfect.
I
Well,
love your
I'm
products
glad
and
to hear
have
that.
switched everything to platinum. I'm
Super.
only 2 weeks in and I already am seeing amazing results.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, if you're using acids of any kind, they're going to exfoliate quickly, and retinoids, those get to work really fast. Peels, of course, practically instant. Now, okay, so sebaceous filaments, you can see it's not people think they're blackheads sometimes.
Okay.
Because it's almost, I would say, a tinier black dot because it's actually meant to be there. It is actually where your oil follows up, and it helps to bring the oil out of your pores.
Okay.
So it's something that's there naturally. It's way more prone if you have oily skin. So what you can do to tighten those up and help, for those to appear less, you can use things that have salicylic acid in there. So especially with his oily skin, of course, with those.
There you
AB
go.
cleanser. And then another really good one is, of course, retinoids. So they shed the inner pore lining, and then they help your pores to tighten up. So using a retinoid every day is going to make those less noticeable. Then, of course, you have things like salicylic peels or a Jesner peel.
Right.
Stuff like that done, once a week or once a month, or, those are all going to help. All of those will help to tighten those and make that less noticeable. Oh, the 6-in-1 toner too.
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
have that one up
Yeah,
here.
that's a
That
new
one
one.
has the salicylic in it too.
There we go. All right. Good advice. All right. Melanie is from Australia. Fitzpatrick 2 How long should I wait until exercising vigorously after performing a stronger peel?
Yeah, you really don't want to do it immediately after the first few days because you're just going to end up with a bunch of bubbles filled with sweat.
Yeah.
And that's not attractive at all. So I know people don't like to not work out if they're like big into that. So you just have to at least wait until your skin is actively peeling, actively peeling, because you don't want it, because otherwise it's just going to be trapped under there. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So she has a secondary question. She says, Dora has already answered me personally on this question, but I thought other newbies may have the same question as I did.
All right.
Question, can you please describe the difference between a frost, blanching, or a haze when performing a stronger peel? What causes each reaction, and what are the rules in regards to application when seeing these effects?
Okay, so.
Yes, I remember. I remember these emails.
Right, so we consider frosting something that you see when you're doing, let's say, a TCA peel is the most common acid that causes frosting. And now frosting and blanching, basically the same thing, okay? It's when your proteins are coagulated and then the acid kind of turns itself off and it ends itself. You're gonna see your skin turning white. So there is a sector of people that feel that frosting is just the precipitate. Like if you were to put a Jesner peel on and that salicylic dries, and what's left behind is like a little crystalline powder, and it makes your skin look like you have a frost, but it's not a frost. That's just, the excess
Because you can
product
wipe
dry.
that off. If you can wipe that off, then you know it's from just the residue.
Yeah, you could either go to wipe another layer on, or you could take water and wipe it. If that turns back to your normal skin color, that's not a true frost.
Correct.
But whether you want to call it blanching, and we've referred to it as blanching in a couple of different things, or if you want to refer to it as frosting, most doctors, any of the medical books and peel books and all of those that we have, I have several of them. They all refer to frosting when the proteins coagulate in the skin. So either or is the same. And haze, I'm the one that always talks about having like a haze on your face, because sometimes when you apply those acids, let's say TCA, because we know that's going to create a frost, it's just a really light frost.
Right,
It's just
right.
like, you could just see little bits of little white on there.
Right.
Or sometimes referred to like speckling, because sometimes you'll see just little spots of white. If you see something like that and it's really, really light, almost like a see-through haze or just little white speckles, and 5 minutes is up, you can put another layer on for sure. The only time we want you to stop is if it is frosted.
Solid.
Like if you're seeing big white patches on your face or solid white anywhere, stop applying acid. You're done. You are done. Not that frosting is the end goal, because it never, ever is.
Right.
You
Your skin will stay that white color for about, 30, 45 minutes to an hour?
It can.
I've had a few phone calls here and there and emails.
A little panic.
Yeah, and it does
It'll go away.
revert back to your natural color in a little while.
Oh, yeah. I don't think more than an hour, ever. Usually about 10, 15 minutes.
But it's alarming. It's alarming to some clients. Okay, so Trisha is from Los Angeles. She says, what is best to fade sunspots?
Well, you always want to start with your everyday regimen. So things like Fade Bright, this is a melanin inhibitor. It also has the acids in it that will help to fade, help turn the skin over. And then you want things like Fusion A, so retinoids every day. These are really, really going to help, because you're applying these multiple times per day, per week. Now, a peel is also going to be helpful, but, keep in mind that's once a week or once a month. So you could do like a Mandelic once a week or every other week. Or you could do a Jesner, that's a once a month peel. Both of these are excellent for hyperpigmentation, melasma. And we have videos on the site too dedicated to just melasma. Oh, vitamin C. Gosh darn, I forgot vitamin C. That's another good one. It's not necessarily an inhibitor, but it definitely helps to prevent more.
Yeah,
I find.
Combats it, kind of wards it off.
And it is a brightener. So yeah, it works well for that.
All right, our next question comes from, I'm going to probably botch this name. What are you thinking? Jyothi?
Jyothi?
Jyothi, I'm sure maybe the Y is maybe silent, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
From Seven Hills, Ohio, Fitzpatrick 5. I would like to look good for my son's wedding in May. I'm 57 years old. I'm very new to peeling. I don't even know where to start or how to go about it. Just purchased glycolic, mandelic, serum 30, and retinol fusion. But I would like to do something more than just 2. Can you help me?
Well, you have a very strong product there, that the serum 30. That is really, really strong. Like, we would normally tell you to start with a 15. With that, I don't think you're going to be putting that on more than 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week. That's it. And
Yeah,
that may
it's
cause
strong.
excessive dryness in your skin, possibly even some flaking.
She'll
That's
feel
almost like a
bite
little
to that
baby
when
peel.
she puts it on.
Oh yeah, that's got to
You're
be
gonna feel it.
stinging.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, maybe you want to alternate it with your fusion, because you wouldn't want to put both of those on at the same night. I
that'd
think
be
that would
irritating.
be way too aggressive. If you want to do a peel, you're not leaving yourself a ton of time. Whereas we're already in April and you're saying the wedding's in May, usually we want to do a peel series of 6 to 8 peels in a row.
Yeah, she doesn't say what time of May, if it's beginning.
Yeah,
we
so
don't know.
you could use one of the milder acids like Mandelic 40, and you
Mm-hmm.
can get quite a few peels in probably. There's such low downtime, it's just a little bit of dryness, maybe a couple of flakes, very tolerable. I would make sure that you are done and don't do any more peels at least 10 days before your wedding, though.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
make
yeah.
sure that that's gone. But like with the deeper peels, you would only be able to get really one of them in.
Yeah. You'd be
So,
better off doing a series.
You're
of the
better
lighter
to
one.
just do a little milder one and start with 5 minutes, go
Yep.
10 minutes, 15, 20. You can leave it on.
Agreed. All right, so Jessica has combination skin from California, Fitzpatrick 4. I did my peeling last Wednesday. After a week, I finished peeling. It was a good one. I did 5 layers of TCA 13 plus cross with the 30 on my acne scars. What do you recommend me to use after? I have melasma and I don't want to wait. I am scared that the melasma will get worse if I don't use any strong products. I have serum 30 and Fusion A luminosity.
Well, Fade Bright, obviously. This is what we like to talk about for lightening. It's a melanin inhibitor. So
Right.
this is going to turn the melanin production down and help to lighten the spots. So this is something you put on every single day. This is going to help immensely. And then, of course, you've got the Fusion. This is every single night. That's going to make that turn over more quickly.
Well, she's got the Fusion A luminosity. So
Oh,
that's,
you have luminosity.
yeah, so she has
Oh,
luminosity.
so
she can
that's-
use that after the peel once a day,
Yeah,
up
'cause
until
she
the
said she
day
was
she
done
starts
peeling.
to peel. But if you're done peeling,
Yeah, you need to get a lower percentage. Maybe like the 0.15 or
that's strong.
possibly the
Yeah.
0.25. Yeah, luminosity is not an everyday product, but let's say that's all you have and you have a big bottle of it and you don't have time or the inclination to get another bottle. You can dilute it.
Yeah.
You could do, let's say, 1 pump of Fade Bright mixed with 1 pump of luminosity. Now you're going to cut that 0.55 in half to 0.225, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep, you are live.
All right, we're back. We had a power outage,
Yes, we
just
did.
like we predicted, because it is really, really storming out here.
Yes.
So we'll just, mush these videos together. This is part 2.
Sounds good.
And we still have a few more questions here. So
Okay.
what did we just end up?
We ended, okay, new question.
Okay.
Karen from Texas. I can't find a peel for my under eye circles or my dark elbows. I peel with the 20 I ordered, but that's it.
I think that might be all.
Yeah, that was it. My
Yeah,
question.
okay. So if you, for dark circles, obviously you want to try things. I don't know if we, need to get caffeine eye roller up here.
Yeah,
too.
that's
Well,
a good
you know,
one.
things like caffeine eye roller, platinum eyes, these are good for dark circles. There are things in here to help with that. And dark circles a lot of times are related to allergies. We have a nice video all on dark circles that you should really watch. Because sometimes it can be allergies, like,
sure.
if they're constant and you're getting enough sleep,
Yes.
take some Claritin or one of the other brands for like 30 days. And if your dark circles go away, a lot of times it's allergies. So other than that, sometimes peels can help if the skin is pigmented and it's not, the underlying blood source or whatever causing the darkness. So like there's a whole thing on TCA peels and dark circles. So you can definitely use like the 7% TCA.
She has the 20, so she could dilute it in half.
Dilute it in half, dilute it in thirds. There's a video on dilution if you're not quite sure how to do that either, but it's really, equal parts of each. So you could have, 10 drops of 20 and 10 drops of water, and now you have a 10.
Perfect.
And you can totally use that. Just, caution by the eyes. Watch the eye peel video, because if you're gonna get, really close to your lash line, you'll wanna use either Vaseline or Aquaphor or something like that and put a little barrier, because wherever you put the acid, it has the potential to go a little bit further.
Right.
So it's gonna bleed out a little bit. So you wanna put a barrier there, but that can potentially help, absolutely.
All right, so Susannah from Stockholm, Fitzpatrick 5. Hi, how important is it to take a break between peel series of glycolic? Or can you simply keep doing peels every week throughout the entire year?
I mean, I think it's a good thing to take a break every once in a while, and I think you won't want to do peels constantly. You'll get your skin to a point, and maybe it's 1 series, maybe it's 2 series, maybe it's 3 series in a row, and all of a sudden your skin's looking good, and now you don't have to do that so often to keep it looking good. Just use things like your Fusion Retinoid, use your acid cleanser, like, the revitalizing cleanser has 10% glycolic in it. Use things like we have the Serum 15 or Serum 30.
Yes,
those
to keep
are
your
things
skin fresh.
that will keep it constantly turning over, so you don't have to always do the peels. But then, every once in a while, go ahead and do a peel. Maybe you're only gonna do 1 peel once a month or something like that. Or maybe you wanna try a stronger peel, like a TCA peel, do that once a month.
Right.
But you can start, playing around with it. Once your skin's looking good and you're happy, then you can, do what you want.
Sounds good. All right, so Fauzia from Livermore, California, Fitzpatrick of 4. Hi, I'm a licensed esthetician. I bought TCA 30. Can I use it for acne clients or clients who have acne scarring, severe scarring, large pores? How to dilute the 30? Oh, we just touched base on that.
Yeah, right. So you can definitely use that 30 full strength if you're going to be doing like the TCA cross method, where you're saturating a pick and you can take the cotton off. It's a really tiny, tiny ice pick hole. Saturate it in the 30 and then go ahead and you're, poking it in, doing the cross method. Now, I don't want you to put that 30 straight on the whole face, obviously.
Yeah.
You could dilute that down to a 10 or a 15, something along those lines. And we do have a video with actual live demonstration, as always, of how to dilute something. And that's also going to be in your peel manual too. If you've purchased the TCA 30 or the glycolic 70, those are both meant to be diluted, and there's dilution ratios right inside your peel manual.
Page
I
15
have that
maybe?
here. I was going to say, what page is
It's in the middle
that?
somewhere.
It's there somewhere. Yeah, and it shows you exactly, 1 part TCA 30 plus 2 parts water equals a 10%. So those are in here for that acid. So you can pick what acid strength you want, and if it's a different strength, you can figure out how to do that too. It's not very difficult.
Right.
You can look at this a few times and go, oh, yeah, that's how you do it. It's not hard. As for large pores, are we trying to use peels to bring the large pores down? Because I don't know. I mean, retinoids are what are going to take your pores down and shrink them. That's pretty much the only thing besides an IPL. You could use, I was going to say salicylic if, on a daily basis, or maybe a salicylic 15 peel or something to help, because those are really good for acne clients.
Right.
Let's say you just want to do the cross with the TCA 30 and then you want to use a milder acid, which I don't even want to say as mild because salicylic's irritating, but like the 15 or 25, that would be a great peel for acne.
On a side
or
note,
mandelic.
Pre-treating is important as well.
Absolutely.
Make sure your clients are pre-treating for 2 weeks first, or maybe even longer if
preferably
depending.
longer. Yeah, the acne.
Yeah.
So let's just go over acne regimen for a hot second. AB cleanser plus vitamin B complex twice a day, and then add in your retinoid Fusion A at night. And if they're dealing with cystic acne, then you want to bring in the Regenerate too.
Right.
And use this. It'd be like cleanse, regenerate, then vitamin B. That's really good for acne.
If they have an olive skin tone,
Then Fade Bright. Yep.
It's essential.
Yep.
All right, so Maureen from Richmond, Virginia, Fitzpatrick 3, excited for the reformulated Dream Peel. Is this in the works, or are you just starting the process?
Well, as I said in that post on the Guru page today, It is something that I'm going to be updating, and it was so funny. I was like, "Oh, is anybody interested in trying it?" I was like,
500 comments later.
I'll try. But yeah, I am looking for some people, and I have obviously a huge
Yes, you have
stack.
a bunch of people that want to do it.
Yeah, so I am going to be updating it. I updated the patent, so now there will technically be 2 patents out on that. There'll be one with just the retinol as it is, and there will be one with adding in the retinaldehyde and the gram-active
Exciting.
retinoids. So I'm going to make it stronger, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have a milder version and the strong version, or just this new updated version. I guess it just depends on how it turns out. But I'm at the beginning stages still.
Right.
It's like, it's so hard. You know, you have this percentage of this, and then this is stronger. Well, how much of this do you put in? You know, or we
Right.
just, I was just going to add a little bit to strengthen it, but now I'm like, well, no, let's play with these ratios a little
Right.
bit. Maybe more of this retinaldehyde, you know, but it's going to take some time to figure out what works well. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
Yes.
And I will definitely be sending out samples for people to try. People that don't peel very well with it, which is normal. Some people are just resistant to retinoids.
Right.
And you may be resistant to the second one too.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
You may be.
And then people that are still sensitive to it, because I want to make sure it's not too strong for them.
That's me.
So yeah. Yeah, but that'll be coming along, but it's not going to be like soon.
Right. It's funny because
The
I'm
testing.
sensitive to retinol or retinoids. However, I get a great peel with that. I just get that flush sunburny look.
Yeah. Oh,
You
well,
know,
me too.
It's not undoable. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. So even if you're sensitive, it's still doable.
Yeah, well, and I find like afterwards, this is really funny to even mention this, but you know, emo oil is so good. It feels so good after a peel. But my skin gets so hypersensitive after that,
Yes.
that even emo oil makes my skin burn. And I have found that the Essential Healing Blend, I like this one better after the Dream Peel.
Gotcha.
It doesn't, for me at least, it does not cause
Yes.
burning like emo oil. I was like, I'm washing that right off, and I put this on, and I was like,
interesting.
this is so much better.
Yeah.
And that's just really weird because emo oil doesn't ever cause any kind of
Yeah, it's
irritation.
very,
I mean, like
very
my skin is
soothing.
just
Soothing.
really, really bad after that.
All right, so next question comes from Talisha. She has dry skin, which is normal, from Maryland, Fitzpatrick 5. Can the Fade Bright be used in conjunction with retinol, and if so, in what order?
Absolutely. I mean, like at any time you see on our website, we're always going to tell you to put your serums first, and then your creams, and then your oils. So Fade Bright is a serum. This is going to go on first. I want to see which bottle has this. Which one? Oh, this one does.
There you go.
So this is always first. And then our Fusion A is technically a creamy serum, but it's thicker and heavier than this. So it's going to go on
Yes.
top of this, and then you're going to put any other creams on top of that, and then oils. And then on most of our new packaging, you will see this, you know, your layers of application right on the side.
Yes.
It's on the labels too. It's on, yeah, see here it is in the eye cream. It's right on the side of this bottle.
Nice.
So always tell you exactly how to layer it. So very easy. And then we also have I don't know how to link to it, but we have a sheet that also lists
Yes.
every single product and
Yeah,
how to layer
that's
those on
very
top of each
informative.
other. Yeah.
All right, Michelle from Louisiana, Fitzpatrick 4. What is the best peel for reducing the appearance of age spots and freckles? Also for treating areas of hyperpigmentation.
Well, make sure that you have a good daily regimen first. So,
Yes.
you know, Fade Bright,
Yes.
Fusion A, vitamin C, SPF,
Yes.
because you're touching your skin with these multiple times a day, so this really plays a big part. And then when you want to do this peel once a week, you could do a mandelic peel or even a lactic peel. If you want to do like a monthly peel, you can do a Jesner peel.
Oops.
I mean, you
Yes,
can do TCA too, but Jesner really works well on hyperpigmentation. So I would suggest those.
All right, so Noelle is from California. She has light skin, Fitzpatrick 1. What would be a good peel series for loose skin post-baby on the stomach?
That's a tough one, you know? I don't know. I was thinking Triple Treat body
Yeah.
lotion when I was first looking
This
at that.
is a
'Cause
strong lotion, yeah.
25%
Yeah.
acid. Like nothing's gonna tighten up that skin. That's just gonna tighten up naturally over the course of
What about some copper
months.
peptides? Maybe some crepey skin escape, because it's not
Crepey
really
Skin Escape?
crepey skin, but it's
No. Yeah, that could work. That could work.
try it.
That.
Use it on opposite ends of the day, or maybe use crepey skin one day and triple treat or use crepey in the morning, triple treat every other night or something.
And then give yourself some time. I mean, think it took 9 months for your
That's so
belly to
true.
get that big. They say to give yourself at least 9 months to lose everything, let the skin tighten back up, because it will tighten up. But then, if you have any kind of stretch marks or all that kind of stuff, you do want to reach for copper because those are scars.
Yes, for sure.
So, you can do either that. We don't have a jar of that, but it's fairly big.
Crepey
I think
skin.
it's 4 ounces.
It's 1.7.
It's 1.7. Crepey
Yes.
skin is?
Crepey Skin Escape is
Gosh,
1.7.
why was I thinking it was
It's a
bigger?
chunky jar.
It's a big jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not, it's like a 2
You might be thinking of
ounce.
Hair Signals is 4 ounce.
Maybe.
But yeah, Crepey Skin is 1.7.
Well, I'm just thinking that one's just a little bit more costly.
It is.
It's like $119 or something.
It's a powerful packed product. You only need a small amount.
Yeah. You could do maybe one of the copper serums as well.
Yes. Yeah,
Potentially.
that goes a long way.
Mix
like
it,
the
I would mix
serums.
it with emo oil and put that on. I think that would be another good
Like Super
alternative.
CP serum would be.
Yeah, that's the second generation, and then GHK is the first generation.
Yeah. Then she could use the second generation at
At
with
the same time
yes.
as Triple Treat.
Yeah, so
you
that
could
may
mix,
be better for her regimen.
Yeah, like some Super CP serum into that, or some Super Cop 2X, mix them together and put it on there.
Yeah. I like that.
That's good. That's nice and strong.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Michelle Renee is from Alaska, Fitzpatrick 2. I've been using Platinum Skincare for 5 years. I have gradually increased the level of TCA peels up to 3 layers of TCA 20.
Strong.
And retinol serum up to 35 that I use on my face. Is it okay to increase from using Super CP serum to Super Cop 2X on my face, or is Super Cop 2X only for scars?
You can definitely move up to this, because if you know the history of when Dr. Burkhart created this product,
Yeah.
Super Cop 2X wasn't Super Cop 2X. I mean, it was just his copper cream here, and this is the original one. So this is what he came out with first and said, here's my copper cream. And then people were like, whoa, it is way too irritating. It's
Yeah.
too strong.
Water it
So
down.
what did he do? He diluted it down. He diluted it down to, there's a Super Cop below this one, and then there's the Super CP serum, and then the CP serum. All those are watered down versions of this. And he said when he did that, then the people just worked their way right back up to this one again. So if you
Awesome.
feel comfortable,
Yeah.
just it's tingly, it's
Yeah.
irritating. I know plenty of people that can put this on their whole face. Or you can mix it with another cream or something if it's still a smidge too strong. Because this is way stronger than that CP serum.
On a side note, she says she's 62 years old.
Yeah.
Her colleagues think she's 40.
Yay!
I will never stop using your product line, she says.
That's awesome.
All right, James is from Iowa, Fitzpatrick 3. I have used the website to pick out a daily regimen for myself. Will that daily regimen work as a pre-peel regimen, or are they different? Well, I don't know what you
No,
work
I
with,
mean,
James.
it generally will, because our regimen, what is that tool
Builder?
called? Regimen Builder
'Kay.
tool. That has everything in there, from your cleansers, toners if you like a toner, your serums, all the way up to, nighttime. It has everything. As you're putting in all your problems and things, it has those. And when you're prepping for peels, especially, depending on which one, you usually want to use some sort of an acid cleanser or acid serum and a retinoid. So pretty much I think any of those would give you the only one that might not give that to you is if you just end up picking scarring only, I think. Only talks about like the TCA 30 and the Super Cop 2X.
Oh, okay.
I think. It's not like a facial regimen, because you're picking like body or scarring where you're only going to target like depressed scars. That's the only one that doesn't give you a full regimen.
Okay, Selina, Fitzpatrick 1. I burnt my skin with TCA 20 peel, and now I have hypopigmentation on my forehead. I am so sad, I don't know what to do.
All right. So, I don't know if this was our peel or someone else's peel. Are you sure it was a 20% peel?
Fitzpatrick of 1? That's
Fitzpatrick
a light
1.
skin.
Yeah, very, very light.
So,
Like, how much of that did you put on?
how long
And-
how long has it been since you applied the peel?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. I would really reach out to support at platinumskincare.com and maybe give us a little bit more information.
Send us a photo. Those are helpful. Photos are helpful.
Yeah, for sure. And, every single peel is a controlled burn. So,
True, yeah.
I mean, you could have made that very, very deep. Like when you say 20% TCA peel, like if it wasn't 20%, let's say it was somebody else's and it was stronger or something,
and
that
we don't
could have
know
been
how many
something.
layers. We don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you could have put, a wet drippy layer all over and that, one layer would be like 4 layers. Or maybe you applied multiples of that.
Right.
Because generally you don't get hypopigmentation unless you've
Right.
actually damaged the melanocytes.
Seriously.
And that is not super common with this. Maybe something else happened. Maybe just as discoloration came off, you can
I was thinking maybe
see
she has
more
some
of it.
tan skinned maybe, and she peeled more in one area, so it looks a lot lighter.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
There's a lot of things. Yep, reach out to us.
Okay, Sarah Fitzpatrick 4, is it true that with enough peeling, you get a cool pink undertone instead of a warm yellow?
I'm going to say no. Because you can't change your skin color.
Right.
Some people are warmer. Like, I'm definitely, I am cool. Like, when they do your colors, they can do your colors like where they look. I think
Yes.
here, and you either have a cool undertone or a yellow undertone. You're not going to change that no matter how many peels you do. If you are a little bit pink or a little bit flush, that's only because you have, let's say, less skin on there and more of the actual blood in your, body is showing through thin skin, but that's that's just like really going out there. That's when I say like you do a TCA 30 on a scar and it's still pink. Well, that's because you just took a lot of skin off and now you're closer to the blood and it's pinker. I don't know if that's where they're coming from with that, thinking it might get pinker, but yeah, no.
Okay. All right, Nick has oily skin. He's from New Brunswick, Canada. Fitzpatrick 2. He says, hi there. Since salicylic acid is chemically similar to phenol used in a deep phenol peel, would you say it's potentially a much deeper and much transformative acid than most others, such as glycolic or even TCA? I did a 20 salicylic peel a couple of years ago, and the results, skin tightening, pigmentation reduction, were much more profound and lasting longer than even a 3-layer TCA 20 I did a couple months ago. I can't seem to find anyone else who shares my experience.
Well, I mean, number one, one peel is not a series. You need to do at least 6 to 8 peels to get a final result. So that one peel that you had looks like a 3-layer TCA 20. I mean, that's not going to last forever.
Right.
Or if you're not protecting your skin properly and wearing SPF 50, putting like a big, covering your hat. I'm like, Nick, I'm assuming is a man, but not necessarily.
Correct.
Could be a Nicole.
Absolutely.
Because like the ladies make it real easy to wear like a nice big hat. Guys, we're talking like maybe a baseball cap, but you would probably just have to put a higher SPF on to cover your face. Now, like as to what's stronger, I mean, salicylic's a strong peel.
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
strong acid. It is oil soluble, where all the other acids are water soluble. So that means that it is digging into your skin and those pores, in search of oil. It has the potential to go deep.
Yeah.
Very deep. And, it can be very irritating, but you can get a great peel from salicylic.
Absolutely.
20% strong. We have a 15 and a 25. And that 25 is intense. Like, I don't do that one. It's way too irritating. But I'll do TCA.
Well, and half the battle with chemical peels is finding the acid that works best with your particular skin. So
Correct.
maybe his skin just reacts better to a salicylic. I mean,
Very
maybe he was at a
possible.
different cycle in his skin when he did the first peel. Who
Right.
knows?
Well, then try if that salicylic was helpful, but you want like a layerable medium depth peel, why don't you try a Jesner?
There you go. Great suggestion. Yeah, it's a good suggestion.
Start with a couple layers of Jesner, then do a layer of 20. Maybe 2 or 3 of these. If you're doing 3 layers of
Yeah.
that, you could probably do 2 or 3
Oh,
layers
yeah.
of Jesner,
yeah.
then a layer of 20.
For
that
sure.
would be a great peel. That's really going to help. And then just obviously continue it on. According to you've only done 2 peels. So you have 6 more to go.
Yeah. Consistency is key.
Keep it up.
All right, Judy is from Kentucky, has dry skin, Fitzpatrick 3. She says, I'm new to platinum skincare, retinol, and home peels. I have chosen to use highly rated products, but it seems to be I seem to be confused as the best regimen for dry, dehydrated,
And that's where it ends.
skin.
Right, so you're looking for, you have dehydrated skin. Well, dehydrated skin does not have enough water in it,
Right.
right? It's different than dry skin, but a lot of times people have both. But you can
Right.
have oily skin and have dehydrated skin still. It's just a lack of water. So what I'm suggesting is you get a nice regimen where you're gonna be applying things like nanohyaluronic. This holds 1,000 times its own weight in water. So you wanna apply this, like wash your face, and while your skin is still damp, 1 minute I read is like the great time. If you can get your first products on within a minute, you'll be able to keep that moisture in the skin. So you wanna get this
nice.
on damp skin, and this will work really well to keep the moisture in your skin. Obviously drink a lot of water, do all that kind of good stuff. And then you wanna put a nice thick cream on this. I would suggest the Dermasnap. Yeah, we have that here. But I would put Dermasnap on, and then you can even make that further hold, the moisture by putting an oil on top, like emu oil or the Essential Effects, something like that on the final layer to really hydrate the skin.
Perfect. All right, Maggie is from California, Fitzpatrick 2. Vertical lip lines are a problem that I need advice on. I have done TCA peels, Dream Peel, Sin TC Potion, and Emu Oil. I have been using Regenerate for the last couple of months, topped with Emu Oil. Nothing seems to help. I am getting ready to give up. What do you suggest?
Well, don't give up, keep going. You have to keep treating it. So you've done TCA peels. I don't know what percent, was it 7,
And she doesn't say how
20?
many either.
Well,
she
you got the
says
Sin
for a couple of
TC,
months.
so maybe did you get the kit?
Yeah, she may have.
You maybe did, because you have the Sin TC in there too, and that stimulates collagen, TC, total
Right.
collagen. I would suggest continuing on with the TCA peels, whether it's that 20% and you're just using it as, your spot treatment here, maybe here and here. You can do that. If you have the 13, you can always do more layers on your problem areas.
True.
1 or 2 on your face and 3
And then
or
just
4 here.
add more.
But keep going, and make sure you take a picture too. I should have said that first, because sometimes you don't even notice the progress you're making,
So
because
true.
you're just looking in the mirror at yourself and you see the same things, and you don't see it until you take a picture and you're like, oh, okay, this is 6 months ago, and I've been
Right.
doing peels for 6 months, and you got both of these faces, and you're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
wow, there is actually huge changes. Yeah, maybe I still have those lines, but they're like half as deep or
Right.
half as tall, and you're making substantial changes. And then you'll be excited about progressing and moving forward, and then just keep it up. Did you have a retinoid in there? I don't know if you did, but no, I would definitely get some fusion as well. That will help your skin to turn over more quickly. It also helps to stimulate collagen and things. But yeah, everything else you have is great.
All right, Jude Chandler has normal skin from United Kingdom, Fitzpatrick 2. She says, hi, it's me again. Forgot to ask, I have a small spot slash sun damage and looking for a peel to smooth texture and even skin tone. Is Mandelic the best peel for this? I've just done my first one, or should I try an alternative after I've used my Mandelic?
Well, as long as you're doing your daily products already, like Fade Bright to really help turn down the pigmentation, and using things like Fusion, that's your key starting point. So other than that, I think Mandelic is great, and you should probably do a series of that. Do at least 6 of them and see how that's working for your spotting. If that is not enough, you can add on Jesner or start alternating with Jesner. This is a deeper penetrating peel, and this is something that will absolutely help that as well.
Okay.
It's kind of like the next step up from Mandelic, I would say, for hyperpigmentation.
Excellent.
So that'll work great. And SPF, of course, don't forget your SPF and all that good stuff.
Well, that is our last question.
Yeah.
We did have a few questions on part 1 of our live, but I cannot see those.
Right, we can't access that at the
So
moment.
we will answer those individually. We're sorry that we couldn't answer them live, but I have no way to view them at this point.
No, yeah. Well, if we can answer it in the group, or you can also go to
absolutely.
peeluniversity.com and submit your question, just like you can for any of our lives.
Yep.
And you can do that any day. You don't have to do that when we send out an email and say, hey, do you have any questions? go ahead and put your question in there, and we will get it, when we're ready to do our next live. So other than that, if you have any questions and it's during the business day, which we're here 9 to 4:30, you can call us, 1-800-917-3155. You can email us at support@platinumskincare.com.
Yes.
You can message us on, Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of fun stuff.
Perfect.
And that's it. Hey, we're good. We'll mush these all together, and this will be listed in Peel University, and it will also go on YouTube. And any of your questions will be timestamped, so you can find them really quickly. But that's it. Hey, thanks for joining us today in this
Have a great
exciting day.
Yes. Have a good day.
You guys have a super day. Bye-bye.
See you soon.